Greetings fellow YouTubers, you are again with Devastorm Ancient History, and firstly I would like to apologize to all of you for my long absence. I was sick and I had a lot of stuff going on with my PhD. So lastly, we were talking about the first half of the Second Middle Egyptian Kingdom. So without further ado, let's begin. The reign of Amenemhet III, 1850 to 1800, distinguished itself with inner and outer peace after the successful and long wars of his father. Besides, it is known that he successfully eliminated in the beginning of his rule the opposition and separatism of the nomarchs. This situation was the cause of a great progress of the country. The agriculture reached a significant prosperity. During Amenemhet III, the conquering of the Fayum oasis was completed. In these places were undertaken various activities for drying of terrains, building of sewers, etc. A temple of Sebekos was erected there. This was a divine creature presented in the sources as a crocodile. The whole country was in a building and rebuilding process. Amenemhet III built two pyramids, Daksur and Havara. East of the pyramid in Havara was built a temple of Amenemhet himself. This was according to Egyptian funeral tradition. This building was extremely big, original, and it impressed a lot of the ancient writers and historians, and it has been called Labyrinth. It has been researched by Flinders Petrie in 1888. The 12th Theban dynasty ended its rule with Amenemhet IV, 1800 to 1792 BC. During 12th dynasty, the rule of the pharaohs regained its power again and reached great limits. In the Middle Kingdom, Egypt was a strong state with a great role in northeastern Africa and in the territory of the eastern Mediterranean. The Egyptian pharaohs undertook great war expansions to Nubia and other neighboring countries. In the same time, they kept active friend and trade connections with the smaller and bigger countries of Palestine, Syria, Phoenicia. The prosperity of the Egyptian state was related to a great building activity. It was mostly based on military conflicts to the south and east and social and religious activities on the inside. After the 12th dynasty, the centralizing of the rule of the pharaohs became weaker. The Middle Kingdom divided, and so it became the second intermediate period of Egypt. It lasted for 2 centuries. Significant role for the fall of Egypt was a rebellion in 1750 BC by unhappy, hungry masses of the population. The situation of inner disturbances and riots lasted for 4 years and led to a greater weakness in the power of Egypt's institutions. Soon after these events for Egypt appeared a new unexpected political danger. A lot of tribes started invading from northeast. Their ethnical genesis and characteristics are related to the nomadic tribes from Palestine, amongst which there were Semites and other. The name Hyksos is explained usually in the Egyptian terms for leaders of these nomadic tribes. The invasion of the Hyksos and the conquering of the northern territories of Egypt was a relatively long period of time. For several decades in 18th century BC, the Hyksos managed to settle in the territory of the delta of the river Nile. This happened due to the big inner weakness of the falling Egyptian country. Then the Hyksos managed to found their own state government with the town of Avaris as a capital. This was around 1730 BC. The Egyptian and ancient historical tradition explained the rule of the Hyksos as the times of the 15th and 16th dynasties. The relation of the Hyksosian rulers as pharaohs is really relative from modern point of view, since there are only 5 Hyksosian tsars that we know of. So fellow YouTubers, that's it for today. If you have any questions, write them in the comment section below. Also don't forget to subscribe and like, because this is just the beginning of our journey in the ancient history of your world.